In a world of reboots, remakes, and cinematic disasters, two dudes with no clue dare to ask, what the hell were they thinking? Popcorn ready, brains off, no film school, and no mercy. This is No Clue Movie Reviews.
Hello and welcome to the No Clue Movie Reviews. I am your host, Jay, and as always, I am joined by my co-host, the kid, the beard, the legend, Malcolm.
What do you say? Can't even tell if this is a good movie or not. Meh.
Today, we will be breaking down the 1990 comic book detective thriller action.
Warren Beatty is Dick Tracy.
Dick
Gonna be a lot of
Tracy,
dick jokes tonight.
oh yeah, tons of them, is directed by Warren Beatty. Also starring Warren Beatty as Dick Tracy, Al Pacino as Big Boy, Madonna as Breathless, and Charlie Korsmo as the Kid.
Which I went, hey, Kid from Hook.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, I know him
That's
from
it.
this and Hook.
I think that was it. That's
Oh,
it.
yeah. I don't know. And he's a dick in both movies too. Have you noticed that? The little kid's kind of an asshole. He changes a little bit through the movie, but he's a dick to begin with. Where's my food? I'm hungry. Give me food. Give me food. Fucking little.
Well, I mean, he probably hadn't eaten in a while. I mean, he was surprised he even knew how to talk.
Oh shit. Well, before we get started with this one, what is your history with the movie?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You can become a detective in McDonald's Dick Tracy Crime Stopper game.
Wanna play games, huh, Copper?
Rub out the evidence and follow the clues.
Follow that car.
To collect rewards like a Big Mac. Or up to $1 million.
Okay, you win.
Give me the bag.
Dick Tracy. The movie is only in theaters.
You're under arrest.
The game is only at McDonald's.
It's the only thing I knew about this movie was the constant advertisement through McDonald's during that time. Do you have a vague memory how they had the scratch and sniff detective thing?
Dude,
Basically, it was the Monopoly game via just Dick Tracy label.
No, I don't remember that one bit. I honestly don't remember the only thing I remember about this movie is my dad watched it when I was a little kid. And I think it was like his regular rotation, one of those movies.
The Mouse, Disney pushed this movie. They spent like $46 million on the movie. Now it's the course, but they spent just as much on marketing for this movie.
Did it have anything to do with the fact that the first Batman did so well?
Yes, they were trying to copy that, and boy, they took a risk, but kind of didn't miss technically.
Well, the reason I ask is because right here in the beginning of the movie, like if it didn't pop up and say Dick Tracy, I would think this was a Batman movie.
They used the same guy who did the background score.
Danny Elfman.
Yes. It's like, oh, what? Okay, I'll just change 3 notes.
I mean, I'm surprised they didn't. I'm surprised they let Warren Beatty direct this. I'm surprised they didn't get Tim Burton.
Yeah, but I think Warren Beatty, before Disney wanted to do this, already somehow obtained the rights to Dick Tracy because he's an uber fan. So I think he used his power and money to get the rights to it, and then Batman came, and Disney was desperate.
Follow me here.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think Christian Bale got his Batman a little bit from this movie. If you listen,
was Christian Bale super wooden and forgettable like Warren Beatty was as Dick Tracy? Dick Tracy is the most uninteresting character in this movie.
If you listen to him, every time he gets on like his fucking radio watch, whatever the fuck you want to call it, he's like, hey, yeah, what do you need? Yeah, my way. And, he has the voice. He's doing it. And then, like I said, I feel like there may be a little bit of influence here.
Maybe. It's interesting that the original comic, it was also a TV on his watch, but then they must have used the 1960s one season cartoon. They switched it where it was just a radio.
Every movie we do, it's funny. We see a part if there's a part where they're taking food out of a trash can, I always look at the food. Yeah, and I bring this up because the movie starts off with the kid. I say a kid, but we found out he's the kid. That's it.
The
He's
kid.
eating food out of a trash can. I've never seen a more put together sandwich come out of the top of a trash can before. Have you?
Before I stopped like going inside 7-Elevens, I used to check the trash can right next to the rollers, and if it looked like a fresh dump, maybe. Sometimes I have found like a perfect little pile. It's like sweet free meat.
Okay. All right, whatever, bud. Anyways, this fucking kid. He I forget why, but he runs into a building and he stumbles onto like a poker game. And
Oh yeah.
there
I don't think there's any good reason besides he's just rummaging and he's like a pickpocket or a thief.
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he literally just gets a sandwich, sees like a cop, and runs off. Like he's trying not to go to the orphanage. I think it's the whole thing. He's trying not to get taken to an orphanage. It is
They
what
had
it
to
is.
snatch him up because he's a loose kid. Yeah.
But he stumbles into this poker game, and there's some really fucked up looking dudes. And I'm starting to realize something about this show already between these fucked up looking mob dudes, and then the car that interrupts with other fucked up looking mob dudes that shoot up and kill all these mob dudes.
Sure.
It would not be hard to be a cop in this world.
Yeah, it's like if it's an ugly son of a bitch, he must be a bad guy.
I'm in.
Look at the rat face motherfucker. That dude cracks me up.
The-
He
the-
does.
the
He looks
j-
like
the
the
j-
worm. You got to bring up the picture. Pause that guy. Back it up. And that guy looks like Better Call Saul, but with a fucked up face.
Oh yeah. I'm allergic to electricity. Ah.
But that guy, little face.
Yeah.
You have to bring up the movie Freaked and put the picture of the worm right there. If you're a cop here, you just look for somebody with a fucked up face because they're either they are a mob person. If you have some kind of deformity, apparently the only thing you can do is be a mobster, or homeless because the kid's dad.
I don't think it's his dad. I just think it's a cretin like adult who just took over. Like just like you're my pet essentially. I don't know. It really doesn't explain it, but it was a cool visual.
Okay. Well, this kind of takes on the aspect of like the game Fable. You remember Fable? The more good you did, the better you looked. The worse you did, the worse you looked.
Oh,
You know.
okay.
So
Hey,
easy
now,
world working.
when you saw this, were you aware that this was a 1930s comic book at this point?
I had no clue.
Okay, so that's why it's all cartoonishy like this, because this is based off like way back when it was just like a newspaper print,
Yeah.
comic strip. Then it became its own comic book and stuff. So hence why the art direction looks like it is. Like the movie purposely only uses 7 colors in the whole movie to match the flat colors that they would use in the comic.
I did not know that. I noticed there's a lot of color. It's funny you say they only use 7 colors because I made multiple notes about how this is very colorful.
Right, very colorful in 7. Like brick walls aren't purple, but they are in this movie because it would be like a contrast to the characters in the foreground. So it would be stuff like that. They would have to do that in but the early comic books is expensive and they use shitty paper, so they were limited on colors.
It cracked me up a little bit the way that every character had to be one solid color. I don't think there was a mismatched suit throughout. Even like when the little kid gets to pick his suit later.
Yeah.
Solid red, right? Solid red. Yeah.
And again, it just makes it easier to print. So that's why it was done that way then.
So as I said, you got this poker game going on. They get bursted in on by Flat Top.
Flat Top, I thought he was going to be the main villain because his face.
Here's the thing. When I said how little I remember of this movie, and by that I literally mean I know nothing. I remember 2 things. I remember the ending of it vividly. Something about the ending I remember because I was like, oh my God, I know this. So that just when I saw it coming up, I was like, oh my God, I know this.
So
And I
it was
remember Flat
after
Top.
you're watching it, getting to the end, it flashback.
Yes, it was literally watching the end. I'm like, holy shit, I did not know what movie this was from. And then I remember Flat Top, which I also remember him because I like the guy that plays him. You ever seen House of a Thousand Corpses? No, I'm sorry, Devil's Rejects?
Yes.
So he's the cop that
he's the
chased them
cop sheriff
and tortures them at the end and shit. Yeah.
Oh I can see that. William
William
whatever.
Forsythe.
There
Yeah,
you
William
go.
Forsythe. So After the shootout here, you know, you get this call to Dick Tracy. I guess he's sitting at an opera. And
Yeah.
so,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, so he gets a call. He leaves his date at the opera. He goes in to this call. And the only reason he got called is because they shot his name in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
There was no point in that. That was just done to do.
Yeah, but there was never a point. But all those like 1920s, 1930s gangsters, it's, you know, because there was like
Yeah.
such limited evidence. All you could just not be at the crime scene. You can get away with it.
What do you do,
Yeah,
Dick Tracy? Yeah.
You can literally shoot your name in your cursive signature, and it still wouldn't be enough evidence.
Have video of you, but it's so grainy that I mean that could be another completely flat face guy. You know what? He also looks like Drop Dead Fred after he got his face smashed in
Yes,
the
yes.
fridge.
As you can see right here.
Now, Tracy comes in, he looks at it, and he makes it back to the fucking opera.
Mhm.
And I swear, if you look, correct me if I'm wrong. I may be wrong. I may just have been looking for something to find wrong.
Mhm.
But he leaves and comes back, and the opera seems to be in the same exact position, like he pushed pause, walked away, and came back and pressed play.
Yeah, I almost wonder if they, when they did the take, since the opera people, extras had to be doing their own thing, they just had him walk out of frame and then walk back in frame, sit down to save time.
Yeah,
and that
they
could be
moved maybe
Warren Beatty.
3 paces. Well, let's say they moved maybe 3 paces. The least they could have done was waited and like changed the scene down there or something. But it's obvious there was something wrong.
It made up for it the next shot with the exterior. I love, and I've done this a couple times. I love matte paintings. The way they would do exteriors where there's some live action and hand painted.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you're walking
yeah.
down there, and then there's drawing. And I love how they did this technique where they zoom in on Madonna's car or whoever's car it was.
But the way it's filmed here, it seems like it's wrong.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
I don't know how that would actually work because we're looking at the tops of the buildings here, so that should be the tops. That should be like the top 3 floors of like a 10-story building. But
Right, but
to
then
film this, they had to
a
make
lot
it
of
shorter and shorter and shorter.
yeah,
Like
and
it's definitely
again
not a
because
natural.
a lot of cartoon. I later on down I want to do Speed Racer, and they do so many similar things, but just with like early 2000 CG that look great.
Dude, I'll give them this. This looked good for 1990.
Yes,
I mean, it looks good for now with some of the slop I've seen, like some fire that you and I like to argue in a movie that you say look good and I think look like shit.
I said it
but-
was okay, and I understand. That was it. I get it.
Now, you're here at the club, and I agree with you. I like the way it was set up. I don't think it's logical or like set up properly, but the way they did it and had the opening where you could see the bar, it immediately drew your eye. You knew that's where you were going. So
Yes,
great.
yeah, it's great than just doing a switch. You just like watch the town switch over. This world is silly because it's a cartoon world. I mean, we solved the bad guys.
Oh man. And this was before Madonna was hideous, so it made it a little bit more fun.
Yes, we had 1990 Madonna, and there's a scene of her that I obviously won't show on here, but they got away with it PG-13 back then.
Well, yeah, because they kept it dark, and technically she was clothed. It may have been see-through.
Yeah, sure. If you put 2 giant 4-inch holes over them, it's technically see-through, but still covered. So I think it's the same thing, same amount of area. Areola.
Well, this scene here, we get. Oh, this guy disturbed me probably more than anybody else in this whole fucking movie. But this lips guy, is he eating oysters? Is he just sucking down? Is that what it is?
It had to be based on how he was drawn in the comic book because his mouth is always to the side.
Oh
Mumbles.
my god! No,
That's
this
his
isn't
character.
his name is Lips. This guy's name is
Oh.
Lips, the one that gets kidnapped. Not Mumbles. Mumbles is
Oh yeah, Lips, because he has like a fish mouth. Yes,
Yeah.
Madonna's boyfriend in the beginning, the club owner.
yeah, he's the one that gets basically. This is the one right here where the fake arrest is set up by Flat Top to get Lips and Breathless into the car.
yeah.
So they get taken
Yes.
off. We don't know where they go. We jump over to Dick Tracy at this point, and he's going to a diner with. At this point, I was saying his girl. Her name is Tess. We find out.
Yes. Yeah.
As they're walking into this.
At first, I thought it was like his secretary that they have a platonic thing, but it could be something because that's what it kind of felt like the whole time.
She seemed really familiar. I didn't bother looking her up, but remember her in a lot of movies, but
Glenn Headley.
yeah, you got me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, like her character, she's very like strong-willed. She doesn't look like she's gonna be, but she's kind of intimidating. I mean, like if I was that kid, I'd be a little scared of her. But the kid, like as they're going into this diner, the kid comes running out, and I guess he stole somebody's watch. So Dick Tracy takes it upon himself to chase him down. I'm like, just let him fucking go, man. You're a detective. Who gives a shit?
But, it's my job. I got to get this rapscallion.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot.
Right here. And kid's already, he's too close. He's not getting in front of that thing without getting hit at this point. It's not happening.
But it was cool looking. That's all I cared about. And I like trains.
I like turtles. I do enjoy. Wait a minute, hold on. Rewind it a little bit. Go back just a tad, I want to see something. As the train's coming up, I want to see how long that train is coming around that corner. Okay, all right. Yeah, because the train's only like 2 things long. I want to see if they kept it consistent on both scenes. So yeah, they did. Okay. But yeah, so this kid, he jumps in front of that fucking train. That kid didn't have clearance at that point. The kid would have got hit. But I love how the kid does that. Risk his life only for 2 carts on the train. Like, Dick, all I had to do was stand there. He's like, oh, well, the kid's over there. And they make that clear that the kid didn't get away real quick because he goes into a little shed. Like
I love this shed. This shed was hilarious.
Dude, I love how they had it set up. Everything, it was obviously on joints where it'll bounce back and forth. Where it just keeps boom, boom. But the fight between him and the dad fucking cracks me up, dude.
Yeah, I don't accept that it's a dad, but we can call him dad for just all intents and purposes. A father figure, not a good one, but a father figure.
Well, I mean, a lot of fathers,
which is hilarious that this father figure's bad. He's going to get beat up by his future good father figure. Ooh, this movie's deeper. No, it's not.
That's fucking the music, dude. It's fucking
yeah. I'm waiting for Batman to come flying over that hill to put an end to this fight.
Like if I just saw bam, bang, pow coming out of that shack there, and why do they get the fancy shack by itself? Look at all these other shacks; they're packed in together. This one's like, oh, here you get the good space.
Well, technically, it's so that way they could crop it out and have that live action set surrounded by this matte painting. But it's really just
the only thing real in this scene is that, right?
Yes. Yeah. Like a little bit of the fake ground and the shack swinging back and forth. Everything else is a still.
Oh, but yeah, he beats the shit out of him. And then we find out, because this does jump around quite a bit, so we're going to be jumping around.
Yeah,
we do find out where Big Boy ended up going, or where Flat Top took Lips to. We meet Big Boy, who is Al Pacino. I do not remember him one bit. I remember Flat Top.
Yeah,
that is it. I remember.
And it's funny. That's why I was like, "Oh, Flat Top. Here's the main villain. He stands out the most." Al Pacino just looks like Al Pacino with a funny nose and a bad hairdo.
So Flat Top, I don't think he technically like works for Big Boy. I picture him more like a Boba Fett type guy. He's a mercenary. He's whoever's paying him, he does it. You know. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess technically there is no honor among thieves. So as long as the money's good, they're loyal. But that's about it. So yeah,
okay,
yeah. he had to have worked with Big Boss because he helped set up, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, he brings them in, but like I said, he just.
Oh wait, why? Wait, okay. Why did Flat Top kill all the mobsters and leave a note for Tracy? What was the point of that besides saying "fuck you, Tracy"? I guess it was just an excuse to get classic characters. That way, the 40-year-olds who were watching it back then was like, I remember that guy.
So he leaves the note for Dick Tracy to draw attention to them. Then they go off and kidnap Lips. Big Boy forces him to sign the deed to the club over and then murders him. All of a sudden, you can't find him.
Complicated way. Why not just tie him up and throw him in? What?
Well,
fill him up with concrete.
Yeah, I guess. Why did Marv clog up all the sinks in every house they robbed? It was their thing. They had to have something that showed what they were. It was his thing.
It was his thing. That was it. The other one did not agree to this. He hated it.
But you have your thing. That is your shtick. That's what you're known by. He puts people in a box. He fills it with cement. He drops it into a river.
Right. Before it gets hardened, so the cement just instantly just spreads out. and killed
Which
all
would
the
make it
fish.
even worse. So you're sitting there trying to breathe in, and now you're in. Not only are you breathing in water, but now you got semen going in your nose. And,
Yeah, it just just sucks. And then you're dead. And if you
But,
lived, you would just had severe burns. Great.
So they bring Flat Top and Itchy in for questioning. What made him think that they had anything to do with anything here? Like
I guess
it was
it's
from the
because he said they were their usual suspects. So
oh
Top and itchy for what? I want to find Lips Manless fast.
With a handful of walnuts?
Yeah, with a handful of walnuts?
I mean I get why he brought in Big Boy in a little bit because he found some walnuts, and I guess that's Big Boy's thing. He's always eating walnuts, you know.
no one else eats walnuts, man.
Well, here's the guy you were talking about, Dustin Hoffman. By the way, I couldn't think of the name. I Dustin Hoffman's character, Mumbles.
Yeah.
This is the one you're talking about. So they get him, and they start to interrogate him, and we get a montage of Madonna singing while this is going on. It ends up being like a kind of a long montage, but
yeah, I did
matter of
not
fact, a
like
lot of
any
these
of
are.
them. I only liked the last one that she wasn't singing in, even though I don't have anything nay or yay to say about her singing. It's whatever. But it was only interesting when the mobsters, when spoiler, Dick Tracy gets arrested and all the mobsters just have fun. That montage was fun. All the rest were kind of blah.
What did you think of Dick Tracy's water dispenser here?
I'm thirsty.
Like while he's got
They make it
Mumbles,
such a big, I never thought it'd be such a big deal that they would just make them sweat it out to get them to talk. It's like, we'll dehydrate them and then they'll talk. But yeah. Yeah, it's a peeing elephant? Did you even notice that it's Kathy Bates as the stenographer?
Was it really?
Yes, it's Kathy fucking Bates. They put so many big names, and I think even though it was 1990, she was still kind of big. She wasn't little. Well,
look at the dispenser, the spout on the
yeah, it's the wiener.
That shit cracked me up. I don't know why, but that shit cracked me up. I know I'm a child. Fuck it.
Yeah, but think, but there had to be a prop master side. It's not has anything to do with the storyline, but let's make the spout be the wiener. In this,
so, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Later, we find out that that's got a fucking recording device on the top of it, right?
Okay.
How did you get the water put in there? I didn't see any other opening on the bitch.
You got to lift the whole tape recorder
mechanism out.
Yeah, it was the 30s. No one cared about safety or electricity. Man, whatever, it works.
Well, yeah. So, anyways, they put this motherfucker in front of just how hot is that? That's got to be hot as fuck. That's
got to be blistering.
Yeah, spotlight.
Yeah, he's getting a sunburn. And I guess maybe makes me think that was a technique. So that way they say we never touched him.
That's torture.
No, because we never touched him. We had to keep the lights on them to hide our faces, I guess.
So if I throw you in a sweat box, handcuffed and everything, but I didn't actually touch you. I just placed you in the sweat box in a chair.
Yeah.
And just let you sweat out like a motherfucker. But I haven't touched you. You don't think that's torture?
It is now. There weren't Miranda rights back then.
I love how at this police department there's an old-fashioned like elementary school intercom on the wall behind him. Well, anyways, he gets Mumbles to confess after making him sweat out and then drinking water in front of him.
Okay, you heard it, Mrs. Green. That's his testimony. Okay, boys, get him out of here.
His what?
Yeah. And you're like,
what a weird payoff for the joke later. It's like, I don't get it. I didn't hear. I guess there is that because you do see.
Well, the payoff is really at the end when he plays it back for him. We'll get there in a little bit, but that's where the payoff is on it. And you're like,
that's a long time. That's an hour and 25 minutes from now of the payoff.
It's so weird. It's so weird. He arrests Big Boy, even though they say don't do it. Like they're like, don't do it unless you got evidence. And he seems to think like Boomhauer screaming at him here is enough to get him arrested. So Big Boy gets arrested and then gets released almost instantly.
Pretty close, maybe 4 hours.
And he plays it smart though, because instead of calling for an investigation into the police, he just calls it in an investigation for Tracy. He says, don't blame them for one person. So
yeah, which gets them in their heads like, wait, we have a way to save our ass. Yeah, sets it up.
So back over, I'm gonna say I guess the kid is like now Tracy's problem from here on out.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, they are waiting for the lady from the orphanage. It's taking forever to come get them.
Yeah, did they call the orphanage or
He makes mention because the kid there's mention of it between Dick Tracy and what I call the secretary / girlfriend at the diner because the kid wants to bail while he's first starting to eat.
Oh yeah, because he tries to run and grabs him by the
Yeah,
arm.
he's like, oh no, they're gonna make me wear a suit and shit.
What are you running away
I
from?
don't need no suit. A suit's for school.
School?
You can't fool me. That means the orphanage. I ain't wearing no
This right
suit.
here is where I actually made mention. I go, man, this kid is such a fucking dick. Is that all this kid can play in movies? And I go, hello, Hook. I mean, because in Hook, he was an asshole too.
Oh my god, and yeah, that also Dustin Hoffman. They had worked together, even though they were never in the same scene together.
Yeah, they were.
In Hook, yes, but just not.
Oh, in this.
Can't remember. Yeah, in this.
I thought you were talking about in Hook. I was like, yeah, they were multiple times because he was courting him.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god!
What are you talking
Say
about?
it.
Are we gonna have to rewatch
word.
Hook?
Oh my god! God damn it! Now it's gonna go on the list after you said.
Oh shit!
It's on the list.
They take him to buy clothes, and all this kid does is ask for food over and over and over. Just let him fucking go. What do
When
they
we gonna
care?
eat?
Let him go. Michael Jackson will find him in an alley later and take him into his crew. You know how the late 90s or late 80s, early 90s were with that?
Yeah.
Moonwalker.
Now, is
you know what
this
we're talking about?
Is this food scene food montage of so many montages? Is this before or after Dick Tracy truly has the one-on-one with Madonna?
Is this food montage all in one sitting?
Ooh.
Like,
Yeah,
is this
because there is
kid
one that
finishing
feels like there's a date that goes on for like 3 weeks straight of watching the kid eat as
Yeah.
they go do stuff.
Yeah, so I don't like. There's not a real good time frame on a lot of this stuff. This is a
Yeah.
bad time frame movie, it really is. So I don't know how long everything goes on here. Something that happens near the end of this one, he's dropping off the girlfriend, Tess,
The
and
girlfriend.
the girlfriend. Actually, you know what it reminds me of is Iron Man, the redheaded.
Yeah,
secretary
I just
Hoffman
could
girl.
not think of her name.
Pepper
Piper?
Potts.
Pepper Potts. Yeah, I was thinking of that. I just didn't want to sound like an idiot, and I did anyway.
Oh, we
Trying to
sound like
think of
idiots
that
all the
name.
time. It's just us having no clue, brother.
Oh, yes, the no clue. I'm on brand. But
Now-
yeah, the drive-by, I was
Yeah.
just starting to think of.
This scene cracked me up though. There's a
Mhm.
and for a good reason. Tracy tells the boy, "Oh, don't worry, don't be scared. They're just trying to scare us." They just lit
With
up your house
bullets.
and your car with Tommy guns, motherfucker. Like when I want
And it
to
also means they know where you live.
Tracy, watch out!
Whoa, they know where Tess lives.
Oh, yeah. Oh, not the milk.
Not
They
the
took out the
not
milk.
the buttons. But they're just trying to scare us. Seriously? The fuck, man. Oh god. We jump back to the club. Big Boy's having a huge get together with like all, I guess these are like the major
Yeah.
gangsters from everywhere. You
Okay,
got
wait. Oh my God, it's the same night because they make that point. He takes over that club and immediately wants them to start rehearsing for a quick reopening.
yeah.
So
He's literally
everything from this that so far everything's happened in one night.
yeah, it's all just going on and like just really quick. And I'm pretty sure this is the point when he's actually already pulled in all the other gangsters to tell him his plan and how he might become
Oh,
yeah, like dude, he jumps on it quick. He's like he thinks Tracy's gone here. But yeah, no, it's too quick. It's obvious. I know it's the 30s.
How's it
it's a
too
cartoon.
quick? Because this movie is 2 hours long. When does it slow down? Because it felt like it slowed down through a bunch of it.
If I was a
mean-
Dick Tracy fan back in the day, I may
Mhm.
have made major complaints about them rushing a lot of shit into one movie. This seems like
Or
it should have been a
also
series.
everything. Now that we live in 2026, we realize most movies should have been a mini series.
Yeah, no, I agree on that. We have we're agreeing on that. Like Hollowheads, that
Mhm.
definitely should have been a mini series, or hell, that
Mhm.
should be a series now. Not even a mini series. Fucking 12 seasons. That's our new. It's Always Sunny. But yeah, this is
Oh.
where he's got all the gangsters up in the room upstairs, and he's doing the he's talking to them, telling them his plan, and Dick's on the outside wall crawling around, and we get the he calls for support to come up, and he's while they're doing their little meeting upstairs, the one guy goes to leave because he's not part of it, and they blow up his fucking car.
Yes.
So,
boy, this is all in the same. That's bothering me. This is all in the same night.
They blow up the car of a random gangster outside the club where all these gangsters are. Dick is right there. He's got all these people right there, but
it's time to do an investigation. Yeah, you don't need to leave. You need to be at the scene of some sort of crime that happened. Murder.
Here's a thought. You are a detective. A car just blew up. Instead of running away, detective, do it. Why would you run away?
Because he's going to get in trouble by his boss.
Yeah, a car just blew up. You had nothing to do with it. You were driving by. Oh my God, a car blew up. That is probable cause to start looking into shit.
Yeah, hop on the car, drive 1 block away, hop out, then run up on the scene. What'd you do?
Oh man. So Flat Top and Itchy show up at Dick's house the next day, you see?
Yeah, at least finally a day's happened, yeah.
I said I put they kidnap him. I guess that's not technically the term. I guess abduct him would be the term. Can you kidnap an adult?
I did look it up because I think we've asked this question before, or at least I've heard it asked. It's an old-timey name that used to be for just kids, but it is allowed to be for adults.
Okay. I wasn't sure about that. I mean, it sounds
you can also abduct a child and you can abduct an adult, so I think they're just interchangeable.
I gotcha. Well, they're knocking on his door pretending to be the orphanage, so the kid fucking bolts out the window.
Wait, how'd they know about the kid? Fuck. Why would they know about the kid?
I think they saw the kid at some point. They had to have.
All right. Well, why do they need to know about the orphanage story?
Touche.
So
that leads me to believe that there's somebody in the precinct that is feeding information.
Oh my God. And you helped me remind me of why. Thank you for that. It's still on point.
Oh, they go ahead and abduct him. We'll say abduct because they weren't like holding him for any reason other than they were trying to bribe him.
You are guilty of attempting to bribe an officer of the law.
Hey.
Well, they also did try to kill him because he wouldn't take the bribe.
Well, yeah, that's after though. I mean,
after.
He brought that upon himself.
I mean, they did chain him up next to the thing they were going to kill him with, so they did have intent to kill him if he didn't cooperate.
My favorite part is right here after he turns down the money. The kid obviously falls in love with him here because he's like, oh, he's not about the money, blah, blah, blah. He turns him down and he threatens to arrest him for bribery while he's still and they go ahead and chain him up like you said. But they said, you're going to make it look like an accident. Oh, yeah, boss. Oh, yeah. Accident. They turn every pipe up as far as they can. They start busting.
Yeah. Yeah, they just start breaking everything.
This accident's been waiting to happen all day, Tracy. Sure you don't want to teach him.
They start busting valves and shit, even though I think that's eventually just going to make a pressure break.
I was going to say, you're actually releasing pressure at that point instead of building it up. Now, what you want to do is actually crimp the pipe.
Yeah, if anything, just walk away because it looks like you had slowly already started the problem during the whole bribery. You had already caused the boiler to start over. It was already happening. It's a bomb. Get out.
Oh, I love the kids saving the day. Every save on here is literally the last second every time. It's very, very cartoony, very comic book. I loved it. I really did.
Yeah, the timer's always on 1 second left.
Yes, exactly. Kind of like Galaxy Quest when it ended with the one time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it always stops at 1.
But the kid, he breaks the window and then the window just kind of falls open. Did he actually do anything did he put his hand in and open the latch, or did it just fall open after he broke the window out?
I bet it just broke.
Okay. Yeah, because you watch it kind of just flaps down. It's like nothing to go back and look at. It doesn't really matter. It's just some little small detail I noticed, but it's what it is. But the kid saved him right in time. They get the explosion behind them as they jump into the street. It'd be kind of unfortunate if a car comes speeding by and hit them right when they landed. But, like, oh, shit.
Yeah. And, the 30 people are still in the building that did perish.
Oh, yeah, because that was a bigger building and the surrounding buildings. That kid did not bother going, "There's a bomb in it," nothing. Like, yeah, who cares? How many people do you think died as collateral in this movie? Like, not as much as Batman movies.
They say Batman doesn't kill. Well, Dick Tracy does. Jesus Christ. He's a shoot from the hips, never ask questions.
One thing he doesn't slay, though, is that pussy, because he got home and Breathless was in his apartment, being Madonna. That's her name, Breathless, and
Breathless.
waiting for him.
Wait, this first he meets her in her changing room.
Oh, we talked about that earlier with her and her little half.
Yeah. So that's the first time, and you gotta. I mean, a PG-13. Obviously, I'm not showing nothing, but these lines.
For me to take you down to the station and sweat it out of you under the lights.
I sweat a lot better in the dark.
Hey yo.
Yeah. His coat just like started standing straight out. She's at his house now, and he's not giving in to her. Like, you hear the lines, like he has played there. She's saying everything she can to get him, and he's not giving in. And the second he finally does give a kiss is right when she turns the corner and sees it.
Yep.
Now, Tess goes to leave, but because the kid is there, she goes ahead and stays. I don't know why that made a difference. The kid just met Dick Tracy. Who gives a fuck? She could have left the kid there. She doesn't need the kid. She doesn't need his shit. What does she need him? But she ends up staying. Why?
Don't know, because she loves Tracy, who's
She
obviously
loves Dick.
hasn't. Well, you gotta love Dick, but Dick doesn't commit. And now here we see Dick dicking around with this chick. Holy crap! We doing Dick jokes.
Oh, so the next scene, I guess I forgot to mention earlier. We got a quick view of a person with no face and a very gravelly voice.
Did you get confused on who the no face was talking to in that factory?
No,
that was the piano player.
Yeah, it's something 88. I forget his name, but it's something 88. It's the piano player from the bar that he wants to move.
I didn't think there was much of a storyline for him to be. Then I thought he was just going to be in that first shot where they were irritated from practicing. And then here he is kind of in the rest of the movie.
Yeah, apparently his whole role, he wanted to be more than just a piano player. He gives him a note, and he tells the piano player to give that note to Big Boy and tell him it was slid under his door. And apparently this note is just some kind of way to get Tracy, and this person's offering to help. Obviously, Big Boy isn't going for it, and he's pissed off. He's like, "You fucking play piano, you sit your ass behind the fucking piano and play it," He gets pissed off at Breathless for asking here, too.
Hey! That was none of your business. Come here. I'm your business.
I didn't think this was going to go anywhere. I thought this may have been it. And with the piano guy, because like you said, what does this guy have? Like, who is this guy? Fuck him. But he does. He becomes a big part for the rest of the movie.
It took me a while. I was like, oh, that's the piano player. That's who he's talking to. I just forgot about him.
Yeah, I realized who it was, but the faceless dude makes multiple appearances. And it's talking to somebody new every time. You don't know if the faceless guy's setting this person up, because 1 minute is, let's get Tracy. The next minute is, do you want to get this person? Then it's, hey, do you want to get this person? And then it's,
but it was all part of a plan.
Yeah.
It's like, I saw that coming.
That's what I said at the end. No, not at all. Like I said, that is the part.
Because you had seen the end. Right. That's not fair. Okay. So I was shocked.
Like I told you, that was the one part I was like, oh, I remember this fucking movie. But,
oh, yeah. That thumb turned into Madonna. I was always wondering where that came from.
Tracy organizes a raid to go in and bust Big Boy. They got some gambling going on and stuff. This is the part where he is actually having all the people for the big party inside of the place. You made mention earlier about them doing kind of rehearsing for their dance and all that shit. Well, this part here, it doesn't even seem like a week later after he took over.
Yeah.
Cracked me up because they have these, I guess it's just your classic hiding your casino shit in old movies.
The spinning booth.
The bar spins around. The person flips over their chip holder and there's cigarettes on the other side, but the chips stay in place. It's just a classic shtick here. But this guy, he's got this whole place set up like that. He's got them all fucking already doing a whole new show on stage. He's got all this shit going. All this evidence points to he murdered this motherfucker, right? Like nobody can find lips. Oh yeah, he signed this, and I guess he went on a trip. I don't know. Last person to see him. I don't think any of this would have fucking held up. Like I think he would have been in jail. They would have 1930s. I understand. Nowadays, it would look way too suspicious, but very, very for a gangster, very sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah. Okay. So the raid happened possibly a week after the explosion. Does that mean there was no someone just came and cleaned up the explosion and nothing else happened until a week later for the raid? You never hear the cops talk about the explosion that killed the other mobster. That just never gets talked about. Besides Dick Tracy driving away. That's odd.
Well, don't forget about the fact that Dick Tracy was tied up in the fucking bottom of that one place.
Oh, fuck yeah. Where's him going? Okay, I am the eyewitness. Go get these guys.
Exactly. I am the eyewitness. You have your arrest right there. Tried to murder. Yeah. Ah, man, I don't know.
It's almost like there's someone in the police station with a high authority that makes sure none of this happens.
Yep. This raid here, I don't. You figure attempted murder on a cop is enough. I don't know what more he needs. While he goes in and he's trying to bust them for the fucking the gambling, and they're looking around, they can't find any gambling. They had somebody drilling a hole in and placing a fucking microphone in there.
Yeah, we'll call it a wiretap, even though it's a big ass microphone through. It's Revenge of the Nerds audio style.
That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Now, this is the one montage I did like. This is the one that I said is a very long montage, because this is where Big Boy's, all of his people keep getting busted because they're hearing everything that goes on. And
now, Madonna sings in this one, right?
Yes, this is a long, like I think you hear an entire song. This has to be like a 4 or 5 minute long montage. The guy that plays Prune Face cracks me up because he looks like George Bush Sr. Just a little bit more wrinkly.
Right, mixed with the Sharpay. Got it. Yeah.
Now, I was under the impression they were just recording him and then listening to it back at the station.
No, they're live listening.
There's a dude upstairs. So there are apartment buildings above them, right? Is that what I'm getting? Or is this guy hiding in an attic above him?
It almost kind of looked like an attic / crawl space. I don't know. It almost seemed like he had to be on his hands and knees to be in that room.
How is this guy getting in and out without being seen by the mob? How is he getting his info out to them?
Unless he snuck in during the raid, he's been there the whole time. I don't know.
Okay, whatever. The dude that is listening in spills his coffee, and this is where I find out he's actually above him, because the coffee starts pouring through the hole that the fucking microphone's hung through. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It takes a while. This drags on a little bit.
Well, I mean, what do you do? Like, they're smart enough. They didn't go, what the fuck is that? There was nothing.
At least it was smart to go, don't say nothing. Shh. And then they start making fake.
Yeah, giving fake intel and shit.
Yeah.
You got him now feeding false info in there. And to make things worse for Dick, he's out with his girlfriend. And she's starting to break up with him because he's never around and because he works too often. Yeah. And then he gets a call to go out to work.
None of it has to do with my apartment shot up.
Oh, yeah, no. But, I mean, she wasn't. They were just trying to scare her. That was it.
Right, okay. Okay, I get it. I was a little scared, but I'm more peed off.
The scene here, Tracy, he falls for the fake info like everybody else does.
Goes back to that same wharf from the beginning of the movie.
He shows up, and it's obviously an ambush. He's got his buddy is already in a cement box. I believe this is the guy that was upstairs, the one that spilled. Yes, because
the one with the glasses, and he's got like the cul-de-sac hair.
Yeah.
Yes. But here's a weird thing. When they do the whole shoot him, wait at the decoy because he just takes his coat off to make it look like look where he ends up when he saves his friend. There's his friend. He gets his friend out of the box. But then here's the weird deal. Once they see, that ain't Dick Tracy. Why was Dick covered in concrete?
That's the other guy. Where did Dick go?
No, Dick's in the... all right. Friends in the... Look, Okay, friends
Was
in the
it?
concrete. He lets him out. There's Dick. He just ain't got his coat. He's got his undercoat, which is just as big as his yellow coat. He had
So
to
you're
leave it
telling
behind.
me, I see, I thought this
Right.
was just his buddies. You're telling me the Dick let him out and then
Yeah,
covered
and then
himself
got
in
him,
cement.
and then got in.
Why?
I don't
Just shoot
know
him.
why. It's almost like there's two different takes. It's like, well, what if Dick Tracy was in the box? Why? I don't know. Because look, now Dick Tracy's, yeah, he's like a foot higher all of a sudden. That's Dick.
Where'd the other
Covered
guy
in
go?
concrete. I don't know. Where did the one Gooba go in Mario?
Oh my god. Anyways, I put here like he rescues his buddy with
Mm-hmm.
surprise help of the faceless man. The only reason he doesn't get shot here, like
Yeah.
he got in the cement himself,
Yeah, and it
and
ruins
now
the
his gun
gun.
won't work.
Yeah, he had no business getting in the concrete. He had to like get his friend out and then walk
Dude, I
into
think
the
you're
box.
right. I think there was 2 separate cuts. I think
Mhm.
originally Dick was in the box and he got freed by the faceless man.
Yeah, you should
And
be
then I
careful when
think
you
there
put
was
your
another
dick in a
one where it was his
box.
buddy.
Mm-hmm. Got his
Okay.
buddy in this out of the box so he can get Dick in the box.
Is he even tied up or is he just standing in the box covered in cement, his buddy?
Well, technically he's a mannequin because it does not move one
Look.
bit.
Yeah, like he wasn't even tied down. There's nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, so the faceless man out of nowhere shows up and shoots these guys to rescue him. Back to a scene. I don't remember where they're at. We got Breathless and yeah. So we're at Tracy's office now, and Breathless is there, and she's just trying to get Tracy to admit he wants to fuck her. And if he
Or at
does
least a
that, she'll
fingering.
yeah, like she doesn't want it. She just wants him to admit it, and then she'll cooperate.
Well, that's what turns her on is that someone actually doesn't want to for once.
Yeah, but he literally says he loves the other chick, and Breathless runs off. That's the whole scene. That was the whole scene. Was it needed? It was pointless. We end up with the faceless man again, and there's a plan all of a sudden to set up Tracy.
Oh, yes. They trick him to. They trick the DA, which is Dick Van Dyke. We don't mention that. We did find out that
A lot of dick.
yeah, a lot of Dick. This Dick is on the take,
Well,
and they
and
both get tricked to show up at this hotel.
yeah, and basically the faceless man broke into Dick's office, got
Mhm.
his found some stuff to figure out the way he writes. He got somebody to forge a note from Dick to the district attorney wanting $10,000.
Well,
So
yeah, say I know what you are. You give me $10,000, show up at this hotel, or
Yeah.
I'm telling.
and then
But does that mean that Dick Van Dyke's character, the DA, Dickie DA, can recognize handwritings perfectly on a whim?
I don't think that was the
I don't
case. I think it was more or less just to
to prove
really
for the
hammer
cop
it in
to
later.
tell the
Yeah.
storyline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. That makes more sense. I'll be quiet.
They tricked Dick into going by making it seem like Tess wanted to meet him, right?
No.
No. He goes to the
No,
greenhouse
it's
to meet Tess. That's right. And then at the greenhouse, there's a gas
yeah,
coming out. That's what it
yeah.
was.
So he wasn't. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
meet me at the greenhouse. Oh
Yeah.
no.
And then he wakes up in that room. So they
The
set
gun
this
in
up,
his hand.
and they have the
Mhm.
faceless person goes
Mhm.
running through to make it appear that way. He goes upstairs.
Yeah.
They do that whole yelling thing, to
Mhm.
don't shoot me, Dick. I'm not gonna do whatever.
Oh yeah.
Set it up, and then they do the shooting.
And that was 88. That was the piano player because
Yes,
that
there
would
you
yell
go.
it.
88
Yes.
ran in. Okay. I knew
Mhm.
somebody ran in his suit. I could not
Yeah,
remember if it was
it
faceless
wouldn't be
or
very believable if Faceless did it because it'd just be.
Dick wakes up, like they wake him up. He's in the chair and they put his gun in his fucking hand as well. So when people burst in, they see dead guy on the floor. Dick's got the weapon in hand. We heard the argument that it's impossible
Yeah.
to beat.
Don't you hate when you wake up and get caught with your dick in your hand? Wait,
Obviously, yeah.
hand on dick, hand on gun, being a dick.
Your hand on your piece.
Shit. Penis.
Now Dick is disgraced and in prison, and this is the one you loved. Big boys people are doing whatever the fuck they want. This was your fun montage you liked.
Yeah. It was upbeat. All the other ones were stuff happening with this like blah, 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 blah.
This song sucks.
Yeah.
The kid visits Tracy in jail, and I guess there's talk about how Tess went missing at the same
Yeah.
time, like they were setting up Dick, and nobody's
Right.
like looking for her. Nobody's asking for ransom. Like she's just missing, and nobody seems to care. we get Tracy's friends. I always say friends. They were other detectives, right?
And I had to just bring this up. There was another cameo that made me go, "Hey, it's that lady." When Tess goes visit her mom, did you recognize who her mom was?
No, who was it?
It was Roseanne's mom from the show Roseanne.
Torn, Tess. He's torn between love and duty. If you get too close to
Dude, I haven't seen. I couldn't confirm or deny you're right there because I do not remember. I don't remember Roseanne's mom now that I'm looking at her. Huh.
Oh wow, wow.
But
Roseanne is my TV mom, so
oh, I loved Roseanne. I just it was been a long time. That and Cheers. That was my late 80s, and then that and wrestling. Tracy's friends bust him out, and I say bust him out. They were transporting him to another jail, and they said it'll take what 8-9 hours.
Yeah, but before he gets busted out, you said the kid visited Dick Tracy to show him that he did choose a name.
Oh yeah.
I thought Dick Tracy's first name was Tracy, and that his job is a dick.
Big detective.
Yeah. So it's like I was so confused because the kid says, "Look, my name's Dick Tracy Jr."
Once
And
again, it could not confirm nor deny it.
Yeah, I don't know which is it. Is Tracy his last name, and his first name just happens to be Dick?
My favorite part of the kid is the fact that Tracy doesn't even question him coming with him. I know he tells him don't be hanging on the back of the cars anymore, but there is a point when he goes to run out and the kid just goes with him to the crime scene. He doesn't care, doesn't stop him. So he is a Dick Jr.
He's a little dick.
But yeah, so they go and they get Mumbles, and they basically blackmail him into telling him where Tess is, and they do that by playing the that, and you get the fucking.
Were you aware that there was strand wire recorders back then?
No, I was not. Now, was that legit for the time?
That's legit for the time.
Okay.
It was way shittier quality than they're depicting. I mean, it was the super scratchy, yeah.
But that wouldn't need the payoff. The payoff all of a sudden is Mumble starts talking normal.
Hey, keys. The piano man. Set you up. Big boy paid him to get you out of the way.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's right here in post.
Yeah, he just, boom, right there. Cracked me up. I don't know why it cracked me up. It reminds me of any of those movies where you're watching them and all of a sudden the guy that's been speaking Chinese the whole movie or Spanish the whole movie is all of a sudden speaking English. You're like, the fuck?
Right. And I kind of wondered, was there a prosthetic that was pulling his mouth to one side, or did he have to hold that face for these shots?
It's a good question. I have no idea. It'd be kind of funny if they just numbed up his mouth on that side, and that's kind of also part of the mumble. Whenever you get the dental work done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they go to the club, and he finds Tessa's tied up upstairs.
Yeah.
This room bothers me, okay?
Oh, yeah, because there's a glass roof, but yet a safe door.
A vault door, yes.
Yeah.
Who the fuck puts a vault door on something if there's window access?
And for what? There's nothing in the fucking room. There's no money in a corner or anything.
If that was a vault, then you made that easier for someone to jump in and steal shit and jump back out than you opening the door. Oh, God. But I love this idea. Tracy got himself stuck in there, and his idea was great to get out. He has another cop jump from the top, and they do a catapult type thing. He sets up a teeter-totter, so he launches out.
And just leaves the other cop behind.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, when Tracy jumps in, it was another Batman feeling moment.
Yes, that's totally Batman.
Yeah.
Big boy, it's a federal offense.
And that right there, that's so dumb.
What they see.
Yeah, it's a federal offense.
Not that part, but it was right before that when Big Boy was trying to make it obvious he was set up. He's like, they're setting me up. Kidnapping's a federal offense. And he's running out, and he pops in, kidnapping's a federal offense. Like, yeah,
I told you.
We got it. We got it. But yeah,
it is kind of funny. It would have been great. It's like, see, I told you. But he does keep going on. It's like, they keep making me feel like look like I'm kidnapping. It's like, well, at this point, I am kidnapping.
Dude, the whole time, I didn't kidnap this woman, but I'm going to shoot you if you keep coming at me. That's your new crime, motherfucker.
Yeah. Your defense of one crime is saying you're going to commit a larger crime.
If you accuse me of kidnapping her, I'm going to smash her head in this gear. I got your fucking number. the brilliant idea of all these fucking bad guys to escape out of the garage.
Yeah, just
take turns driving one at a time into the fucking firing squad. Everybody dies. And so, yes, you finally get Big Boy being smart enough. You know what? Maybe we shouldn't drive out there. So he takes her and runs, and they make it to like a bridge, like a drawbridge. I mean, not drawbridge.
After they go through a little tunnel cart system.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The little hideaway. And the fucking Tracy, instead of following them, he hears a boat in the distance. Like, maybe that's where they're going. And he finds them outside.
Yeah. He wouldn't know. It's almost like Warren Beatty's like, I don't want to go in that tunnel. It makes me uncomfortable. And I'm the director, so you're going to do as I say.
What was the deal with that fucking bridge? It's like it stopped at a point. Like they really could have made that jump. I like that. Come on, we can make the jump. No, wait, we can't make that jump. Like
it was so low. I thought it was the opposite. I thought he was hoping it would go up, and then he was like, "Oh shit, it's going down. Dick Tracy's coming." But no, they're trying to get over the bridge, and he's like, "Oh, we can't make it." It's like, why?
And then he goes underneath. And you find like the absolute slowest moving gear ever. The one that he lays her down and ties her to.
Mm-hmm. And we have the visual gag that he just throws that we know what the gears would do. He throws that bucket that's ahead and it gets crushed. He just makes this weird point about Play-Doh.
The way I see it, and Play-Doh agrees with me, is that there is what is, and then there is what we would like it to be.
Play-Doh is a philosophy.
What's important is the future.
Yes.
It's planning ahead. A man without a plan is not a man.
I didn't think he was just speaking philosophical while talking about Play-Doh.
I know, that's why I was like, just want to make sure you knew that Plato wasn't
Plato.
Not Play-Doh. I don't know if you know, but you can make Play-Doh look like French fries from McDonald's.
You know, they have this screwdriver. They'll make a pipe with a hole in it. I don't know how it works.
This shit cracked me up, though. He keeps threatening Tracy and Tess at the same time he's telling him he didn't kidnap her. The kidnapping part is the least of the worries here.
Mm-hmm.
He has now got attempted murder of a cop. He probably did murder somebody. Like, I don't understand what he's trying to do here. You get a quick fist fight with these two. I guess he kicks his ass. Dick Tracy apparently is a badass.
Yeah,
Once again, very Batman.
Yeah, very Batman. And Big Boss never stood a chance at why did we have a fist fight? It should have been just one of those, all right, let's fight, and it was one punch.
Yeah.
Because that's how frail and like weird he moves.
Mm-hmm. This whole scene here, you get the fist fight, but then the faceless dude shows up and he holds them both at gunpoint. Kid out of nowhere.
Oh, the kid comes and saves the day again?
Yeah.
Jesus
kid out of
Christ,
nowhere.
This kid is the dick. He's the real dick.
Well, who was Faceless going after here? So let's go through it. But who was Faceless actually going to shoot here?
I think technically both, but
you think this was a double murder going here, because that's the way it seemed. Because it didn't seem like they were on anybody's side.
The plan was to get rid of everyone by pitting them against each other, so it could be a power vacuum.
So this leads me back to what I told you earlier.
Oh boy!
I do not believe Flat Top was working for Big Boy.
Think it was working for Faceless?
I think Flat Top was working for Faceless. Why else would Dick Tracy be wrote on the wall in that beginning scene by Flat Top?
But why? Okay, fine. But then still, why does that scene matter to any of the other storylines?
Because Dick Tracy knew nothing about what was going on until he was brought in by that writing on the wall. He was only brought into this by that. So that was his
introduction. He was brought in by the first...
Which was the very first killing. Yeah. No, it was...
Well, I understand that he showed up on that job and then left after he saw his name. But I just don't know how that crime is connected to the convoluted...
That was the dude getting dropped. That was the Lips. That was the owner of the fucking company to begin with. That was Madonna's boss. That was where this all began.
Yes, that part. That's at the docks. But the poker game that went south, how is that connected? Because that's where the shooting, fuck you, Dick Tracy, happened.
Okay. No, I'm just saying. I just feel like there was no need to bring Dick Tracy into any of this to even bring him into it. But no, I see. Could be convoluted, but
you had to get rid of the because Dick Tracy's a good cop. We got to get rid of the good cop. That's all I could think of. And then you have to get rid of this bad guy because he's interfering with what I want to make as my turf. Okay, wait, well, we haven't revealed.
Well, let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Like I said, kid burst in, tackles faceless. Big boy shoots faceless. Tracy, I don't remember how he does it. He kills Big Boy. I don't think he shot him. I think he
looks like he breathed on him as frail as he was. It wouldn't take much. One kick is like,
and then manages to save Tess right before her head goes under the gear.
It was going. I forgot about Tess. That's how much I didn't care about this gears thing.
They take the mask off. It's Madonna. Been Madonna the whole time. Now she dead.
Right. It turns, and yeah, that's that point. She was playing as the girlfriend for lips because in reality she was using lips to probably just hopefully. All right, her plan had to take. I believe her plan to become faceless happened after Lips died, because Lips was her ticket in by manipulating him with pussy. But then Lips is gone, so now she had to go a different route and hurry up and have a silken mask of a faceless man.
See, I didn't get that from Lips because she seemed disgusted by Lips in the beginning.
Right, so she disgusted, so why else be the girlfriend? Because it's close to power.
That's why I think that her story began earlier, and I think that Flat Top was working for her. I think her and Flat Top had a thing behind scenes.
I'm starting to think this was a beautiful movie with a shitty plot.
I think it could have been done better.
Yeah.
That's the end of the main movie. We have one more scene here. We're at the diner again. We got Tess, the kid, and Tracy. Is he asking her to move in or marry him?
It's Mary, because he does have the ring.
Well, he throws her the ring on the way out the door. He doesn't say anything about marriage. The only thing he brought up was living together.
I think it's even though it could have done it better, he's not scared of violence. He'll run towards bullets. He's not scared of any bad guy, but he is scared of commitment.
Well, isn't that like Warren Beatty's whole thing? Wasn't that his deal? Wasn't that like he was like the ultimate bachelor back in the day?
Doesn't that just actually mean he was a closeted homosexual? Usually that's what that meant back then.
I'm getting married eventually, though. But anyways, I am out of notes, my friends. So if you have anything else you want to hit, or if we want to go ahead and jump to the overview.
My only notes that are all positive, that are any bit positive, are visuals, and I just love the last shot.
You know something, Tracy? I kind of like that day.
Me too.
Yeah, like the scale doesn't look right, but it's still just pretty. And I love the Dick Tracy font.
Yeah, no, there's nothing here I don't like. I like the colors on the building. I like the way everything is set up. It was shot beautifully for what it was. So.
Their only chance that they shouldn't have tried to go for against Batman. They should have just made a very good Disney cartoon of Dick Tracy.
Dude, this was good for what it was. They could have just expanded on this. It didn't need to be a cartoon. This could have been, I don't think Warren Beatty would have done it, but this could have been a series.
This is the weird thing. This thing made $100+ million worldwide, and most people don't remember it. Even older folks. Someone watched this. A lot of people watched it, but no one remembers it. Why?
I asked my wife about it, and she's like, "Oh, I watched it as a kid." I go, "What? Do you remember anything?" No.
I remember the name.
Let's go ahead and jump over to Rotten Tomatoes. Critics have this at a 63%. Fans have it a 53%. I figured that would probably be reversed, but I'll go ahead and do mine here, sir. Dick Tracy, a movie that I don't remember at all, yet somehow have fond memories. I know my dad loved this movie. If it was on, he watched it. So naturally, you'd think I'd seen this movie millions of times and would know everything about it. False. I watched this whole movie and didn't remember a thing. But I did love every minute of it, though. This is a Batman detective film. The music, the ambiance, the setting, the lighting, the fighting. It was basically Batman. After watching an hour and a half of this movie, the scene comes up to remove the mask off of Faceless, and I remember this scene vividly. The only fucking part of the movie I remember. I don't know why. It was bad acting. Exactly. The bad acting, terrible death scene, but it was apparently memorable. Overall, like I said, loved the movie. I will watch it again. A little bit higher than them. I'm going to stick on the theme there. 53, 63. I gave it a 73. I liked the movie. I think it would have been better as a miniseries. I liked it. It wasn't bad. No complaints.
Look, you have to completely respect the visual triumph that Warren Beatty pulled off, limiting the entire movie to just 7 primary colors to match the original 1930s comic strip is an insane commitment. And those deep focus shots, where you could still see background characters in focus and like half the face of someone that's right at the camera, that's great because that's how they would draw it on a comic book. It truly feels like a live action newspaper comic. But on the other hand, for the first hour, and I still feel like this, even though you proved to me there was so much going on, I felt like the story was going nowhere for the first hour. I mean, Warren Beatty plays a detective who seamlessly forgot how to blink, and the world is just weirdly empty of normal. There are no extras. Oh my God, there are no extras in this movie. What I actually found fascinating was the background audio design. Like, do you remember when Dick Tracy comes in the diner and the kid and the chef start talking about donuts?
There's no jelly in that donut. Tess went out of town.
Oh, sorry, Tracy, I thought you knew.
Yeah, but that's not the focus, but that's all I could focus. There was so much detail in that background. I forgot what Dick was talking about. I forgot about Dick.
Well, it's funny because you bring up that scene, and that's what I remember is the donuts, not what they're talking about.
Yeah. Then after that first slow hour, this movie hits with chaotic second gear. Storyline bombards you. Every single villain starts getting dropped. You realize pretty quickly that Batman may not kill, but Dick Tracy surely fucking does. Boy, they are just murdering everybody. By the time Madonna pulls off the final twist, you realize that despite the pacing whiplash, it totally won you over. It's style over substance in the absolute best way possible. In honor of McDonald's marketing campaign, which is all I can truly remember, burned in my childhood at this time, I'm giving Dick Tracy a score of 79 out of 100, which was the exact price of a cheeseburger back then.
Very nice. Very nice. No, one thing I noticed, it is so cleanly looking, the city, like on the backdrop here. It reminds me like Beetlejuice. Like if a movie took place in his model, like it is just so fully put together. The colors are so spot on, so perfect.
Yeah.
Nothing's out of place. It's too perfect. And somehow I love it. But that's going to do it for us today. So before you head out, don't forget to hit that subscribe and the like button. And
Please, it
thank
helps
you.
us more than you think.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And thank you for joining us. Have a good one.